Hello, my friends. How are we doing today? It is fantastic to see y'all out here. What is going on? We got a little bit of a new stream playlist going on today, so hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Hi, hello. I randomly yesterday, just on a whim, decided to create a new Spotify playlist and just threw basically all of the music that I use in my videos, as well as a bunch of the good songs from the Minecraft soundtrack in there. And we're just gonna kind of vibe with it and see what happens today. It might be all over the place, but you know, we'll see how it is. Like, we go from upbeat, apparently Subway Surfers music into cat. It was getting a little funky. Oh yeah, oh, it was getting, whoo. Sounds like Spyro music. This is the Minecraft playlist right here. I had a moment yesterday, where I was like, you know what? I would want to go listen to like the new Minecraft soundtrack songs coming out. And it was, I started listening to one of the new ones. Which one was it? I threw it in the playlist here, so it'll probably pop up at some point today. I think it was Airy by Lena Raine on the new Caves and Cliffs soundtrack that they just released. And I started the song and I was like, this kind of is like not really that good. Like, I'm just kind of like it's okay, like, and then I just kind of left it going because like I want to listen to it all the way throughout. And I'm in game just placing blocks, and you can hear the block placing sounds, and then the music just kind of keeps building and everything. And I had this moment where I was just like, this is a really good song. Like, this is really good. It's like, oh my god, I love this song now. I'm just laughing. I had to stop and laugh at myself because I was like, I just thought this song was bad, and now I'm just like in love with it. But it's all good. It's all good. It's a-okay. How we doing today, everybody? How we doing? Good to see y'all in here. Wither King, what's going on? We got Armip, what's up, my dude? Good to see ya. Fun for all, what's going on? Lara, how you doing? Evie and Amelia, how you doing? First stream on the channel, welcome on in. Will McDonald, welcome. Minecraft is one of your favorite soundtracks of any of you. Dude, they got some good ones. I will say there's also, the Minecraft soundtrack equally has bangers, and just, I don't want to listen to it at all. Like, there's a lot in there that I'm just like, yeah, no. Epic Time, what's going on? Dallas, how you doing? Red Sky Games, what's up? Liam, what's going on? Luis, we got Casey, we got Jacob, we got Nat, Renee, Minecraft Musical Pete, dude, for real. Profi Sloth, what's going on? Great morning. Hey, good to have you here, my friend. Rigid Cliff, what's going on, my dude? Good to see ya. Droids, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate that, my dude. Thank you. Eggs, how you doing? We'll have to go about an hour and a half. Hey, all good, my dude. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Noodles and fWhip stream, let's go. Dude, I'm jealous. All right, this vibe of the playlist is just gonna be bouncing all the way back and forth all over the place, so I might need to do something else. I might need to redo it. New glasses, I got these 2-3 weeks ago. I did get a new haircut yesterday though. Did get my haircut. Evie, what is it? Eve? I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that. I am not very great at pronouncing words, so I'm trying my best. Monkey, how you doing, my dude? D-dude, what's going on? I'm putting aside my homework for this. Get your homework done and then watch the stream, or do both at the same time. Bunso? Hello, how you doing? Jade, what's going on? George, what's going on? Valerie, hello. You look nice. Thank you very much. Evelyn, hi, how you doing? Theo, what's going on? Jason, Rosa, we got, oh my god, we got so many people in here. How we doing? Chris, thanks so much for the donut, my dude. I really appreciate that. Day's going great so far. I've been working on a little bit of texture pack stuff this morning, and that's been it. That's pretty much been it the whole time.
I want to shout out to
no, we don't. No.
My guy, pretty like a girl. Probably got fight stories to tell. Seeing both sides like Chanel.
No, we don't need to do that. Nobody'd go look at that channel. They probably suck. Aaliyah Gaming, hello. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate that. How's your week been? It's been interesting. It's been a weird one.
I was at work.
I've been on the grind hard. Hard going on the grind, just trying to get everything working. And for the tree is really coming on well. But I just like, I like hit a wall on Monday and I couldn't do anything. I just like, I had to stop. I had to stop, get off my computer and just like go do things for like 2-3 hours that were just not computer related at all. I even tried like getting out and doing something else and blah, blah, blah. I just like had no energy. And then come around like 4 or 5 p.m., my brain was like, I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. I want to go. I want to build Minecraft stuff. I want to go right now. And it's just, yeah, touch grass. Yeah, I know the weather up here has been interesting. So it's been off and on raining like crazy. Yeah, we got the 1 mil last Friday stream. Thank you all so very much for the congrats. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I think we got a big grind today, my friends. So I think it's time we jump on into the Minecrafting.
Thank you kindly.
Right over here. Anima, thank you so very much. I appreciate
Happy
that.
Wednesday, fWhippersnappers. _fWhip heart.
So, since y'all are here early in the stream, making sure we're clicking the like button. We got almost 1,300 people in here and 600 likes. We can do it. We can do it, chat. Can we get the 1,000? I hope we can. But we've got tree.
Pleased to meet you.
Look at that thing. Holy cow, look at that thing. This is what I've been working on for the past 2 weeks. New hardcore episode. I wanted to release it this weekend, but I'm gonna probably with MCC this weekend. I'll be streaming here. We're gonna be releasing it probably next weekend. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Brenna, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate that. Also, Anima, thank you so very much for the dono. Angel, thank you for the dono as well. I do appreciate that. Thank you. Holy cow. It's coming together. It's coming together very well. I got to leaf the top of it, which is what we're here for today.
Congratulations on 1 million.
Thank you kindly.
What we're here for today is leaves, my friends. We're after the azalea leaves themselves. These beautiful ones. I'm not using the flowering. We're gonna need to find some more bone meal here somehow.
A lot of hard times, and I want to thank you.
Hey, Brenna, thank you so very much for the kind words there. And I do hope that, if anything, the hard times can get a little bit more manageable. And hopefully they come to an end soon. But glad to be here to help you get through them. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate you telling me that. Also, Tristan, thank you so very much for the big dono of the day. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so we'll see how we're doing on this playlist today. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Well, actually, this is the song we started stream with today. So why is it playing that again? I don't know. I just basically threw in all the music. Use the flying ones to make some bone meal, maybe. I feel like I'm going to want to save them for later. But the thing I wanted to show y'all is I've been doing a little bit of texture pack work over in here. And I got 2 new dandelion textures. So we got this look. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we got tons of them over here. Okay, so we have the vanilla default one right here. That one we love. It's great. The next addition we made a few months ago now was this guy. So we got that as a variation. And then also on top of that, we now have this little one that's kind of 4 little flowers of their own. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the best way to see it is probably like right there. And then the final one, actually, oh, it's actually right here, is basically the same 4, but a lot shorter and a little darker. So this is mostly lighter ones. This one's very dark and it's got kind of like that consistent line across the bottom. And I think they're cool. I think it works out really well. One second. Sorry. Gotta open. Windows were in the wrong spots. I couldn't see the announcements. But yeah, so I've been working on that. My plan is to get 4 variations of each type of flower, but 4 different sizes. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, and we've got 4 right in there. So actually this is, no, that's 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th is somewhere in here somewhere. I guess they're all pretty rare. I think I'm gonna make them equal variations, like so it's 1 1 1 1 1 1 on all of them. And we'll see, because right now this big guy is the most prevalent. Like it has twice as many chances to spawn as anything else. And I think I might tone that down. But yeah.
Love watching your content.
Hey Tristan,
Makes
thank
my
you so very much for the
deployment go by
huge
so
dono.
much
Again,
smoother.
holy cow, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully the deployment keeps going smooth, my friend. Hopefully it keeps going well. All right, so today what we're working on is I need to get... My goal was 4 double chests of azalea leaves. I've got 1.5 down so far, so we need to keep rocking on that. We're just going to be chilling for a bit today, making as many azalea leaf chests as we possibly can. And it should be good. It should go by quick.
You're stranded on an island with 3 other Minecraft YouTubers, 1 builder, 1 technical player, and 1 all-rounder. Who are they?
You see, a technical player, I'd say Pixel Riffs. Actually, he would be an all-arounder. He'd probably be an all-arounder because he does a little of everything. I think if I had a builder, I'd probably say it's either Gem or Sausage. It'd be one of those two. Just because it'd be funny. And then technical player, I probably have to say Logical Geek Boy. He's got the brain. He'd make sure we survive.
Thank you kindly.
He and Pixarifs would like make sure we all survive, and then I could just be there like making things pretty.
Make my day.
So this is the plan here, chat. We grow these. We get a rooted dirt farm in the process, so we can get plenty of rooted dirt. As the thing grows, the rooted dirt extends. Joel could be a builder. Joel is a builder. I'd almost consider Joel now like a more all-around player. He does a little of everything. Like he's been doing... Oh, dude, Minecraft soundtrack. We got to turn it up. Joel's been doing a little of everything though. Congrats on 1 mil. Thank you. Bringing your texture pack to the Xbox store? No. My texture pack is available only on Java Edition, and it's available to everybody who is a supporter. So if you support me on Patreon, if you're a member here on YouTube, consider becoming a member today. Or if you are a older Twitch sub that's still lasting through, you can get the texture pack. I post downloads when they're ready in the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord. And follow me on Twitter. Shameless promo complete. Actually, 2 more. Like the stream, subscribe. There. Okay. Is Joel a good builder? Yeah, Joel's a really good builder. I really appreciate how he can just make random shapes and random textures
because it
work.
will be my birthday. Backhand index pointing right, medium light skin tone. Backhand index pointing left, medium light skin tone.
That is a long name for an emoji. Why did it read it out? Jade, happy early birthday. Happy birthday. You should upload tomorrow because it'll be my birthday. What's tomorrow? Thursday? I got you. For you, we got an upload tomorrow. Everybody say thank you to Jade and happy birthday. You have an e-bike? No. We have a stationary bike. That's about it. See, Ilmango would be... I would be concerned that Ilmango would just be like, all right, just going on, doing his own thing. And I just wouldn't be able to pick up at all what he's talking about. Because I'm not as smart as him. Whereas Logical Geek Boy, I can at least understand what he does slightly, which is why I think I would pick Logic. Or you'd go some route of like the Mumbo or Iscal, because then the redstone contraptions would just be funny. Like they wouldn't be the most efficient. Like I feel like both of those guys are technical players or industrial players. But recently they've decided instead of things just being as efficient as possible, you make them more for them to be fun in how they work and a different way of doing it. I'm like, I like that. That's the way I want to start learning how to be a technical Minecraft player. A goal of mine is to start making items instead of just having them like disappear behind something. I want them to start like flowing out and just like going through something, you know? And having the items moving around the base, that's something that I want to start doing a lot. The only problem with that is like for big farms that last a long time, or just that are producing constantly, or maybe have a cost to produce. If you're unloading the areas, you can lose items, unfortunately, which is a bummer. But I really want to try it. I want to try getting items, maybe when we get a slime farm rocking in this world. we could have it like shooting the slime balls out of something and then landing in a collection area. I think could be fun. We'll see. Tango though, yeah, Tango does a lot of that too. I'm just not as familiar with Tango. I know the other ones a little bit better. This Hermitcraft season has been the one that I've watched the least. I will say that much though. I used to follow a few of them consistently, and I think the only ones I follow right now is Scar and Grian.
Speaking of Mumbo, he's back playing Hermitcraft again for everyone who didn't know.
That is true. That is true. But people can go find that out on their time. But thank you, Chris. Thank you for the dono. I appreciate that. Oh, there we go. Now we're the grind music. Have you thought about trying to join Hermitcraft? I've never been asked that question before. What do I do? What do I say? What do I do with my hands? Chat, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? Do I just keep them up here? Will they answer the question? Or do I just like keep them down here, like over there? What do I do with my hand? What do I do? XLRF does Hermitcraft recap, yeah. What was music before this one? I don't know. Let me have it pulled up on the side so I can actually see this. This is one of the songs I use for building time lapses. Or more grinding time lapses. fWhip confirmed Hermitcraft. Oh my god, you heard it here first. It's confirmed. Who knows? You never know in the world of YouTube. The thing that I worry about Hermitcraft, which I think is not a flaw per se, but just a problem of growing that they've had being around so long, that it's not something that I even really want to consider being a part of this type of, it's not specifically them, it's the type of server where now they have like 20 something members. They only have like 25 active members this season. That's a lot of people. I don't know about you all, but the more people on a server, the less I want to watch it. Like that is, I'll take that please, thank you. The more people that like join a server, which is a big part of why we keep Empires and Afterlife and all those small, is like it's impossible for a single person to keep up with everything. Like there's a reason why the Hermitcraft recap is so popular, because there's so much happening on the server at any given time that like if you're not keeping up with all of it, you could just lose the story, lose out on everything going on, and it's too much for me. Like a big thing for Empires is, I've always said, the most people I'll ever have on that series, as long as like I'm the admin of it, is 16. Like 16 is the max that I will allow on the server. So who knows? Might have some more Empires information next week. Not for you all, but just for us. Whee! I just need to create like a staircase to get up there, so I'm not constantly using rockets. But we're chilling. 16 seems an odd number. Why 16? 16 is a good amount because the server still stays small, but it's large enough that you can pretty much jump on at any point of the day. If you have 16 people who are full-time content creators, you can log on to the server at more or less any point of the day that's not like 2 a.m. or middle of the night for most people,
Thank you, kindly.
and somebody else will be on. Like, there were very rare times, like Empire Season 1, we had 12 people, which was great, because then everybody can always be involved in the storylines without the stories feeling like, all right, we're throwing characters in for the sake of throwing characters in. Like, that was a huge part of it, is we never want to feel like things were forced. But we also wanted everybody to feel like they could be involved. 16 people, more than 16. I mean, you could fudge the numbers back and forth, whichever way you want, 1 or 2. But the more you add on top of that, the higher chance it is for people to just always be a background character. And that's not the most fun as a content creator. Like, sure, you could benefit that way if you want to play it that way, but that should be your choice, not just by chance of being in the masses you're forgotten about when it's your job to play on the server. Kind of sucks. I mean, I've been in that place a few times on different servers before, and every single time I instantly lose inspiration. And then also it's a healthy amount for viewers to keep up with and pick. Like, a lot of people on YouTube will watch like 4 or 5 people. If you're watching 4 or 5 out of, say, 12 people, you're almost halfway there. And then also out of 16 people, you're still a good like 25-30% of the way there, depending on how many people you watch. So you get a good idea, especially with how much overlap we have and stuff going on. So yeah, the hoe is, since 1.16, became the best tool for breaking leaves. If you're at 1 mil, yes, we are. I have not been reached out to about the gold play button yet. I'm still waiting on that. YouTube, please, YouTube. I know you're in the chat. They're probably not in the chat. If YouTube was in the chat, YouTube, I would like my gold play button, please. Thank you. I went into downtown Seattle yesterday to go get my hair cut. 'Cause my barber's down there, and it's a good excuse to get out of the house for a day. So I went down and I stopped at this little local market that I used to go to all the time. Love it. And got some sandwiches and brought home for lunch. And while I was checking out, I was wearing my Discord partner hoodie, walking around, and the guy behind the cash register was just like, how did you get a Discord partner hoodie? Like, that's sick. That's so cool. Like, I've never seen one of those in real life before. I was like, oh, I'm a Minecraft. I was like, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm a Discord partner. And the guy was just like, really? Like, what do you do? I was like, oh, I play Minecraft. And the chef in the market, who was like making a bunch of sandwiches and things, was like, you're a Minecraft? I love Minecraft. What's your channel? I'll look you up right now. And they looked me up and they're like, what the? You have 1 million? And just like started freaking out. I was like, I had to laugh. And I was like, I'm an awkward person. I don't know how to react in this situation, but thank you. Do I like jazz? I do like jazz. I don't listen to it all that often, but I do enjoy it. I won't actively put it on, but if like I'm in a restaurant and they're playing jazz music, like I'm in. I'm good. Can you tell me the name of the leaves resource pack? The fWhip foliage upgrades. It is available to everybody who's a member, a Patreon supporter, or a Twitch sub. Movie vibes. Yeah, there we go. Because that's actually where jazz was invented, if you didn't know. The B movie invented jazz. Okay, let's pick up all these leaves because I don't want them to despawn. Are you looking forward to meeting with your Minecraft friends, RL? Yeah. That'll be really fun. Yeah, when the crew was posting all their photos together yesterday, I went to Sid and I was just like, I want to go to London. I want to go visit my friends. They look like they're having fun. Like, I want to go hang out. but they'll all be here in September. So, well, most of them, a good amount of them. Sharing leaves to rock music. Dude, we got to get the grind going. This is how we do it, right? This is... I've already went through one netherite hoe, so we got to be careful. Make sure we're definitely going to use up the durability on this guy. So, plan for today's stream is not that. A lot less of that. Moving on. I hear the footsteps with the leaf breaking sounds. Telling y'all, 2 pieces of blast protection. 2-piece blast protection 4. If you're wearing an elytra, the most worthwhile investment you'll ever make in this game. Aw, man, my rooted dirt. Wait, rooted dirt. Yes. Okay, real quick. I think they're only spawning like in the center. I want to offset it. Yeah, plan for today's stream is to survive. Yep, we're just gonna survive now. Okay. How do you know Lizzie? I met her through X-Life. I met Lizzie and Joel when I started playing on the X-Life server, like a year ago now. They're good people. Okay, anyways, plan today. I want to get about halfway through the leaf breaking because I don't want to destroy you all, like just with breaking leaves for 2 hours. So I'm thinking we get halfway through the leaf breaking, and then either we'll do some detail work in the village because I just want to keep adding more in there. It's feeling too empty to me, so I want to keep jumping in and just adding more things every once in a while, just for fun. So that's one plan. And the other plan would be, I know I showed those textures earlier of the new flowers I'm working on. The other plan would be to do some texture pack work for the second hour of stream. So we'll see. We'll get through these leaves here first. We're about 20 minutes into leaf gathering already, so we're getting a good way through it. My estimation is I need 20,000 azalea leaves. So, ooh. What I'm making with those leaves? Tree. It is stream title. It is the third word in the title of the stream. Oh, that's a sword. That's not a hoe. Common misconception. I feel like I'm losing so many leaves right now. I don't know why. I just feel like there's so many are despawning. You have a mob grinder? I actually don't. One thing that we've got a spider farm, we've got a blaze farm, we've got a ghast farm, and then I think that's it on the mob killing farms. The only other things that I'm like, I want to get a better source of bone meal. That is something that I desperately need in this world because it is becoming painful to try and get bone meal right now. The moss farm is awful. It breaks every like 20 minutes on me. I don't know what's up with it. It's not on a chunk border. I checked the tutorial. It's rotated in the proper direction that they built on the tutorial. And I don't know why it's not working. So I either need to build a new moss farm. All right, I need some dirt to fill that in real quick. Yeah, so either we need a new moss farm or music's a bit loud. I can turn it down. Yeah, Wither Skelly farm is kind of one thing I'm leaning towards. But that's a huge grind, and this tree has taken me over 2 weeks to build. I don't want to do a classic mob farm. That's something I'm specifically avoiding in this world. One, I think they're incredibly ugly. And two, I think the second you build a classic mob farm that does everything, you lose a lot of potential to do other projects, because once you have the farm that gets you all of the resources you need, then you just never need to build other farms, because like that'll be all of the bone meal I ever need. That's all of the string and spider eyes I'll ever need. That's all the rotten flesh I'll ever need. And so a lot of the things that are just like potential farms that I'd be wanting to make would already have been done, and then you lose out on some projects. So I could see like why building one early game is important, but I like the idea of spreading things around. I want to start spreading the farms around the world some more than what we have, because I feel like I don't want everything contained in this. Like I want to start spreading into the world more. I think after we finish the tree, we're gonna do 1 or 2 more episodes around this area, and then I think it might be time to go start a new area and just like get a new build style going for a little while. Do all that. No more leaves, dude. The grind doesn't stop. Welcome to the behind the scenes of the hardcore series. Show the big tree. I just did. Tree. I'm not going up close, I can tell you that much. Y'all, I've watched so many movies and so many TV shows. Just like whatever Netflix recommends, I've just been like, yeah, I'll watch that while building this tree. It's been so much grinding. Started listening to podcasts again. I finally caught up on some Spawn Chunks episodes of Pixarus and Joel Duggan's Minecraft podcast. Good stuff if you like podcasts. The grind has been real. Make sure y'all are leaving a like. Heck yeah, we got 2,000 people in here. Hello, everybody. What are you watching on Netflix? I started watching Kill la Kill because I was listening to Phil's stream yesterday just for some background noise, and he was talking about how great it was. I remember trying to watch it a while ago and just being like, it's a little too interesting for me. It's a little too anime. And then he was like, no, it's, he was responding to somebody else and was like, yeah, that's my favorite one out there. It's great. And so I was like, I'll give it another shot. Sure. Still a little weird. Chat. You like anime? I don't like super anime. It's just, I like the storylines that they have, and I really like animated stuff. I think animated stuff is really cool because I just love the art behind it, most of it. is I just love looking at like the art that they've created, how they've done things, and kind of the way that they've taken it to portray stuff. I think that's really cool. But when it gets super stereotypical anime is where I'm just like, nah, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of out. How do you deal with burnout? Take a break. The big part is take a break. The other biggest part is figure out what's causing the burnout. So for me, a lot of burnout comes based on the project I'm doing and whether that's the resources involved. Maybe the series that I'm working on is not keeping me inspired at all. So therefore, like the project I'm doing in it is probably the cause of it, or I'm just kind of at a wall. Maybe something else is inspiring me and I want to work on that more. So I jump around a lot. I typically don't sit down and just record an episode start to finish. One, because that's impossible. But two, because it just my brain doesn't work that way. Like Afterlife, I'm putting right now into a single Afterlife video, I'm probably putting about 10 to 15 hours of Minecraft time in. I spread that out over 2 to 3 days. And then during that time, I'll take a break and come on here and work on this tree project a little bit more. And just kind of keep bouncing back and forth. But usually I don't sit down and record something start to finish. I jump around a lot because it helps me stay more sane. Yeah, the host's fine. The host's fine. We still got 270 durability on Unbreaking 3. We got plenty of time. Platinum N. I'll keep that in mind. I got it. Durability on the host's fine. I think because the way it comes across on stream, it looks a lot smaller, but it's still got a good chunk of red in there. It's still even orange. It's not even red yet. When the little dot of red disappears, that's when you need to go repair your tools. But you can go until there's literally no color in that bar safely. I live in the Pacific Northwest. Ah. All right, we gotta, I think we get these and then we go back and put everything in the chests. We'll sleep through the night right now so we don't deal with any more creepers because, no, never mind. I don't have my bed. Where's my bed? Panic. Panic. Well, I don't know if y'all saw the snapshot today. The warden got a little nerf to it, which was, or a balancing change, probably more likely what it should be called. The warden's blast only does 10 damage now instead of 30, so big win. Pretty happy about that one. Won't just die randomly by a warden blast. Woo! Okay, where are our leaves? There they are. You know what VTubers are? Yeah, why? If that's how people want to portray themselves online, go for it. Why not? They're not harming anyone. Let them be happy. Do their thing. They're not harming anybody. I feel like I should be breaking from the top down, but oh well, this is easier. This is doable. Do you like Roblox? I've never played it. It doesn't look interesting to me though. I don't really have plans to play Roblox ever. Like, it's one of those things where when Roblox was really popular, I know a lot of Minecraft YouTubers were like, I should have to play Roblox now because it's so popular. And I still at that point was like, nope, I won't. I'm not, no, don't care. Hardcore rock tree chopping montage in next video. I actually got you one better. I've got the idea on how I want to edit this tree chopping stuff down, and it's going to be really funny. I've started creating Google Docs for me to help keep my thoughts together on these hardcore videos, because when I get into the editing phase, I kind of lose a lot of the ideas that I've been coming up with as I'm like recording. And I also don't want to cover my entire desktop in sticky notes. So I started a Google Doc that's like hardcore episode plan, write down random thoughts, break it down into the little chapters of things going on in the video. And I've got, it's like 4 pages right now. I haven't started editing this video at all. And my life next week is going to be Adobe Premiere, and I'm scared. I currently have 400 gigs of footage for this video. Y'all, I'm almost on day 1100. I started this on day 908. I'm never doing this big of a project ever again. It's almost 200 days. Chat, I'm dying. Just like this hoe. Might not survive. Yeah, it's 400 gigs of footage between first person footage and replay footage right now. Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. It's only 1080p. I record in 1080p. Where's this music stop? Oh. Skip this song. One sec. Let's go into stream. Oh, that's the wrong one. Stream deck. I had to do something here real quick. Sorry. Welcome to the thing. Next song. Just gonna throw that on there. That way I can skip the song if I want to, without needing to tab out. Have you played Fortnite? No. Actually, I never have. I played Apex a little while when it first launched, and that's kind of the only Battle Royale games I've ever played. I'm not a big fan of first-person shooter games. I think they're fun to play casually, like super casually, but I'm also not the best at first-person shooters. Not my specialty. So, I just kind of don't really do them. Where do you get your stream music from? Everything is from either Minecraft Soundtrack or Epidemic Sounds, which is the software I pay to be able to use music in my videos. Look at that, 83. Okay, we're almost... A full netherite hoe can't get through all this, because I think I repaired like right before coming in here. Didn't I? I think. I don't know. It's a lot of leaves though. I seriously need a second netherite hoe. That's sad. I need a second hoe to be able to get through all this. Okay. Let's clear out all the trees for now, just so we can have an idea of what's left. And then we can also get little stragglers like that. What's your least favorite biome? Dude, I gotta say swamp. I'm a little bummed about mangrove swamps. Mangrove wood looks sick. Frogs look cool. But I do not like Minecraft swamps. I think they look awful. They're just... I'm hoping mangrove swamp saves them. I really am. But dude, the watercolor alone in the swamp biome makes me not want to be there at all. I hate it. Actually, the grass color. The grass color is worse than the watercolor. I don't like it. It doesn't fit my bright, happy, cheery vibes that I like to go for. And also, leaves in the biomes look awful. Like, go put a dark oak leaf in a swamp biome. It's disgusting. Do I like Fallout? We're talking Fallout boy, Fallout video game, New Vegas. We're talking Fallout 3. We talking... I played Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. Actually, I played Fallout New Vegas the most. And that was... I enjoyed... Actually, it's not my vibe. I don't like that post-apocalyptic futuristic vibe too much. I prefer, like, fantasy games. Like, I don't think guns need to be featured in every single video game ever. And so I tend to lean towards video games that are more like the swords and bows and arrows and magic and everything like that. Just because, I don't know, I think they're more fun. I don't really need to be running around with a railgun shooting zombies. Not the most entertaining thing for me. Have you played Left 4 Dead? Okay, that's an exception. That game is really fun. Left 4 Dead 2, I think I have like 1,000 hours played. That is the exception. It's more so recently, I'd say. More so recently, I haven't really been into like the shooter games, more into the fantasy ones. Do you like Valheim? I played it a little bit. The graphics were a little interesting to get used to be honest. So I didn't dive in super hard, but it was interesting. I thought the concept was cool. What I really want to do was play with some friends, and then none of my friends would play with me. But like that wasn't a game that I really wanted to dive in too hard alone, and then just nobody played with me. Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is it's a funny one. There's more comedy in Left 4 Dead than anything, especially when you get into the online play, because it's just chaos. You just don't know what's going on. I used to play a lot of Left 4 Dead, like ranked, growing up. We get a sausage gravestone. I messaged him last night to get the banner pattern that he was using. I was gonna give him a little blimp somewhere, just because I know he was doing blimps in his hardcore world for people who died. That's kind of my plan. Favorite biome? Always the mega taiga. I don't think I'll ever have an answer outside of mega taiga. That feel of the super tall trees is just so good. And the biome diversity, can't beat. Cannot beat. Where are you from? Because I think we're from the same place. I live on the west coast of the U.S. Jagged Peaks do look good. Meadows also good, but like the big vibes, I don't know. One of my favorite memories as a kid is going down to California for the first time and seeing the redwood forests like in their, like when they're like really, really cool. And that for me has always just stuck with me so much. And so I think that kind of leads into the love of the big forests in this game. Okay, we got a good amount of rooted dirt over here. We need to take this because we need to go repair the hoe. We got to go to the dwarves. Will you grow a beard? Does this not count as a beard? Is Pearl in here? Well, Pearl in here. Hi, Pearl. How you doing? Can I say Tiny Flip in Afterlife is the best thing I've ever witnessed? But Pearl, I don't know if I've shown you this. Pearl, I don't know if I've shown you this.
Thank you kindly.
Want to see the stupidity? I think, I showed you the teaser a while ago when you were streaming. This is that teaser I sent you, or the concept. This is what it turned into. It actually works perfect with the cloud going through it right now. Hope you're doing well, Pearl. Kawhi, thank you so much for the donor. I appreciate that, my dude. Thank you. Also, Pearl, we can be in the gang of wishing we could have went to the UK to hang out with everybody together. I think the crew is Yumi and Sausage. All our friends got to hang out, and we didn't get to be there. Okay, emeralds away. We must repair the hoe to get more leaves. How old am I? 27. It's like super neat, and yes, we'll all need to meet up one day, leave no one behind. Yeah, for real. For real. I will make it down to Australia one day. It's on the bucket list. Make it happen. Alright, what song is this? Oh, this is the song I was talking about earlier in stream that I was like listening to yesterday, and I was like, I love this song so much. It's a banger. It's one of the new Minecraft songs, everybody. Everyone is welcome to my tiny house. As long as we gotta hang with the cats. I'm in. This is one of the new Caves and Cliffs, or not Caves and Cliffs. Wild update songs, and it's so good. This one's Labyrinth. So good. It just works so well with the Minecraft sounds in the background. It's so good. Love seeing folks meet up there with absolute serotonin from the happy faces. I know, for real. That photo Scott posted of everybody, I was just like, those are my friends. Those are my friends. Like, I'm so happy for them. They're cool people. Watch this just turn into some crazy rock song next. I really need to split the playlist of chill stream and grind stream music. Yep. Not feeling this one right now, though. Oh, there we go. Another banger. You should have a public server. No way in hell. Absolutely no way. You should have a public server, and you run it yourself. Also, don't say no to the mods when they ask you to stop doing something. Miss you all from Empires, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah. Empires was good times. Empires was such good times. Afterlife has been fun. Afterlife has been a fun adventure, but I'm ready to get back to my vanilla multiplayer server. Afterlife has been interesting for like running a series because it's so quick. Because every single life you do like themed around a new, like every single life you theme a build around it, and then you kind of are moving on. Because being modded, it's a very unforgiving world. So it's interesting to try and like, it's a different way of like planning builds that I'm not used to. I like to plan really long term. Like I like to have worlds that evolve over months upon months to have like this grand finale of everything coming together, and you like look back and you're like, wow, like all of that, like yeah. And Afterlife has been interesting because like none of that how I play the game applies. Like it's all so quick. It's like boom 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 boom. Watching some Afterlife while building it does look like fun. Yeah, it's been really entertaining. The Inchling was really entertaining. The Dragon has been super fun. It's been cool to explore. I've taken upon myself to learn how to do organics better for the rest of the series. Like that's my goal, is to do a better job of creating organic structures. So Pearl, I might come to you for help. Crying because I can't make something look right, and you'll just be like, oh, just move this one block over there and it'll look great. I'm like, ah, smart, very smart. Afterlife has been fun to watch. Good. It's been fun. It's just been like very different. It's been very different. You know, the dragon and the wyvern are different creatures. They are, but I think it's fine. There are. Did you also know the dragon and the wyvern don't exist? Kind of fantasy creatures. Also, I've taken the wyvern as being, instead of like I know the wyvern's typically like a poison something or another, but I decided for me that I was like, I want to be a life dragon. Like the route that I took it was, I knew I didn't want to be a typical dragon in my head is like a fire breathing dude or something. So I was like, all right, what if Instead of fire breather, we go like, because he's a poison dragon, he could be like a green life dragon, and it's like life energy stuff. So I did that. That's why I've been doing everything so lush. But also, as people start like getting copies of Origins, because there's only so many that we can possibly add, right? I think it's gonna be a very different way. Like, if I were to get, say, Inchling again, I wouldn't go as a Smurf. Also, because while I was Inchling and Joey got Inchling too, he went as a fairy, and like then we were completely like, we might have both been tiny dudes, but we played it out completely differently. And then it was funny that Catherine actually got fairy. That was great. Dream is to meet you. You're the best YouTuber ever. Thanks, dude. Might be at some conventions one day if things start opening up. If Minecon ever happens, you best believe I'm there. 100% I'm going. Make it happen somehow. I was so excited when I know it's a good thing it got canceled from COVID, because that would not have been safe at all. But like, I was so excited, so absolutely excited to go to Minecon when it was supposed to be down in Florida, or Minecraft Festival they were calling it, right? I was so looking forward to that, to meeting everybody. I've been talking to Scott and Jem and Sausage, and they were all saying they were gonna go, and I think Jimmy was talking about going, and I was like, I could meet everybody. It'd be so fun. Be a big old Minecraft party the entire time. What surprised me the most is that the size actually affected the perspective in the game. It was entertaining. Pearl, oh my god, it was awful to build with. As an Inchling, building was the worst thing in the world. Imagine a Minecraft gameplay, Pearl, where you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't pillar up. I had to place a block, place a second block, climb up that block, place this one, climb up there, climb there, place, climb. And that's how I built. That was how I built everything, because Inchling didn't have the ability to jump up a full block. It was awful. I never want to do that again. I thought Tiny would be so fun. It's the most strenuous way of playing Minecraft I've ever had to deal with. It was entertaining as heck for all the bits. Like the interactions with people. Got it. Yeah, Tiny House is great. Tiny House is great. There's a reason why I only built a 7-tall house. My original plan as the Inchling was to stay as Inchling for a while. Or try and stay as Inchling for a while. I didn't mean to die anyways. But I wanted to take it and build a mega base and build like a super huge structure and be like, yeah, this is my home. And then I built the little house as like my starter joke mega base. And I was like, no, I'm not doing anything bigger. Nobody, you can't make me. Music gets me hype every time. I think this is the montage music. Just build a giant super weapon to be protected from invaders. I think if that stops creepers from exploding on me, we can make it happen, maybe. Oh, we're an hour in. Okay, we've been gathering leaves for 50 minutes. You have 3 kills on the SMP? Yes. Yes. 3, but I was blamed for a 4th. Apparently, because I'm the only one who had footage of Lizzie falling off the end island, according to Tumblr, I was blamed for her death. How many days so far? We are on day 1099. Yes, the last hardcore video ended on day 908. I don't want to talk about it. I'm almost 200 days in this stupid video. I've been building a tree for 200 days. 300? By the time these leaves are on, it might be 300. I'd have to get to 1200 for that. You best believe I'm gonna clickbait the heck out of this video title, my friends. Oh, you're never gonna be seeing something so clickbait. But like, I spent 300 million bajillion hours building a tree in hardcore Minecraft, placing 3 million blocks. I won't do that much. That's a little extreme. I'll still keep it within realm of possibility, but yeah. How many hours you put in this tree so far? Well, I haven't done any creative planning for it. I've literally just been doing it live because I thought if I creative planned it and then had to copy all that into this world, it would drive me more insane than just trying to do it. So I probably put like 8 hours of resource gathering in to the tree beforehand, because originally the plan was to do oak wood, and I gathered up 4 double chests of oak logs over the course of the first 900 days in game before I made the switch of, no, actually I want to use acacia because it would look cool. Yeah. I still don't know why. It looks good. It does look really good. I will say that much. And so then from there, we're now 200 days in, because this is day 1100. Poggers in the chat, smiles in the chat, whatever we do here on YouTube. And so that's minimum 36 hours, and I've definitely been up through some nights just building on the tree because it's pretty mob safe up there. So we're probably like 50 hours into this project at least. Tree gives me Elden Ring vibes. It is a little based off of the Yurd trees. It's the Yurd tree combined with the God of War, the newer God of War when you're in the Tears Chapel, and there's the big old tree in the middle that you can use to travel between the different dimensions. It's like their representation of the world tree. It's based a little bit off of that, and so it's just kind of everything put together that I can think of. The Insane Continues. Pearl, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be in The Insane Continues, and then I realized that 1 million subs was happening, and then I was like, you know what? You want to know what I want to do for 1 million subs? For 1 million subs, I should definitely do something crazy, right? Don't do anything crazy. This is killing my soul. Slowly. We lost so much rooted dirt to the creeper. What I want to do just there. That is wrong. That is backwards. That's not going to grow a tree very well. Build a dragon statue. If you can spell statue correctly, I might consider building a dragon statue. But like, if you want to try and make somebody do something and like do it, you won't. If you want to pressure somebody into it, you might want to spell check. Maybe spell check before you say, "Oh no, they misspelled statue again." Don't worry, chat. Don't worry, chat. Their second spam line of trying to pressure me into doing something, they still couldn't spell it correctly. Build little statues around the base. Oh no, another misspelling of the statue, but you also didn't challenge me on it, so then it's acceptable. Also vibes. We're vibing.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Bro, the 1 million
Vibing.
subs, congrats. Bottle with popping cork.
Lori, thank you very much. We're in vibe time. The vibe zone. Audio laggy. Refresh your stream. Build little warrior statues. You spelled statues right. Good job. Good job. On the base, we'll consider it now. Thank you for spell checking. But the dragon statue still hasn't been spelled correctly. Oh no, they did. They just said dragon statue now, but they didn't type the full ask out, so I don't know what they're asking for. Such a tedious process. Welcome to Minecraft. Okay. The reason why I'm doing it this way, that's oops. Put moss instead of daily there. Oopsies. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because I can get some bonus rooted dirt out of it, which is big value. And then also on top of that, I want the leaves, so spreading it out a little bit. I'm using azalea leaves specifically because they're brighter and more cheery and colorful, and I think they're going to look great being far away. And they give kind of a happier, almost ethereal-y presence to it with everything else that I got going up there. I think it's going to be a cool contrast. And I wanted to make the tree bright. I didn't want to use like a spruce leaf or a birch leaf. I tried birch leaves in a little like creative mock-up, and originally that was the plan. And then I was like, no, I don't want to have just like that darker tone up there. I want to have something bright and cheery and happy and fun. So bring on this guy. Sound a little ill. No, I'm just chilling. My voice has been a little weird these past few days. I haven't been giving myself enough of a break, unfortunately, just due to IRL stuff going on. So my voice is a little tired, but no, I'm chilling. Build your dragon statue, please. Oh, now we're getting a please out of it. Okay, first we start with the threats. And then that doesn't happen, and then we go with the please. It's better than the opposite. Better than the opposite. We can say that much. If you want to see a dragon statue, my friend Germsy Boy, he does a survival let's play. He just built one that's pretty cool. Aha! Next round of leaves is ready to be gathered. Are you willing to use your time, energy, and effort to make a dragon statue, please? No. But I can tell you where somebody did. Audio stopping every 2 seconds. That's your end, not mine, my friend. Don't tell somebody to go get some females. No, that's not the answer for everything. Would making a water stream collection be worth the time for your leaf grind? I don't think so. Audio lag is not on my side, it's on your side. Refresh stream. I have had 0 drop frames. Actually, that's a lie. We had 68 drop frames at some point in total throughout this broadcast. So. Okay, I want to just shear the top of this, just get another little progress on it here, and we'll go do something else, because I need more bone meal before I can do much else, so. Chat, do we want to work on texture pack stuff and chill vibes, or do we want to decorate the village and chill vibes? Chill vibes regardless, but do we want to decorate village? Or do we want to texture back work? Village and chill. I've seen a lot of village. Decorate, village. Cool. Okay, we can do that. Texture pack stream's gonna happen at some point. I will confirm that because I really want to work on it. And I feel like the only way I can convince myself that it's worthwhile to sit down and do it is to do it on stream. Okay, cool. Cool. I like how nobody's like, no, fWhip, keep gathering leaves, please. We would love to watch you continue to gather leaves for another hour. This is our favorite thing ever. Please gather leaves more. Just do a poll. Nah, it's easy doing it this way too. Just want to get the top done. Once the top is cleared, we'll get moving. See there, now everybody's like, wait, leaves are an option still? I didn't know that. I thought we had to pick something else. Wow. I know, chat. I think we should spend more time gathering leaves too. I won't do that to you. This is my torture to sit through because I'm the one who has to make the video off of this. I will say the gathering the leaves is gonna be less torture than placing the leaves. That terrifies me. I'll be honest. I'm terrified about this part. This next step here, I don't even know where to begin. I don't, like, obviously at the top of the tree, like on the edge of the branches, but like, I don't know at all how I'm gonna place these leaves in. So, and I don't want the tree to be flat. Like, I really want to get some like good lift to it. So I might have to install some new branches, which is going to be kind of a pain. Fire ticket is off, yes. The game rule changes I've made to this world because I like to build and it's a building channel. Sure, I like to do it in hardcore, but I think it's okay to make a few changes to the game rules. So fire tick is off, and I've removed the ability for Endermen to pick up blocks, because I don't have to worry about them taking blocks out of the side of my base while I'm building it. I'm not gonna sing a song. How do you emotionally handle this? I don't know. I don't know. I was telling Sid yesterday, I was like, if this video flops, I'm going to curl up in a ball and cry. It's like if YouTube somehow messes with this video and doesn't push it to my subscribers, I will curl up in a ball and cry. I'm a little worried because the last hardcore video did not hit well, but also is kind of its own weird thing. So I'm really hoping this one hits. Also, I don't know how clickable building a tree in hardcore Minecraft is. We're almost filled up. We are filled up, actually. But I don't want to lose these. Let's come back and get them. Nope, down here. There's a lot more flowering azalea leaves that come with these bushes than I really realized. I always thought they were more rare. Okay, where are all the leaves? I'm not singing. I can confirm that right now. I can send your wine your way. Oh, we've got plenty of that in the house. Don't worry. We just made a trip out to some wine tasting rooms a little while ago, and we've got plenty. It's really a great and also dangerous game of when you go wine tasting somewhere. At least out here, the norm is if you buy a bottle of wine, you can waive the tasting fee. And when they make the tasting fee like $15 to wine taste, and then they have a bottle of wine that's only $20, you're like, well, I have to pay the $15 regardless, so I could just pay $5 more and get a bottle of wine out of it. and then you end with a lot of bottles of wine. Use like 5 short minutes of your time, and please make 2 mini dragons guarding something, please. If you ask please a few more times in there, maybe we'll consider it. Yeah. That's how they catch you, dude. I know it's a system that I'm willingly falling for, and I know that 100%. I'm willingly following and going in for it. The thing that the real system that they're trying to push is if you become a member of their wine club, the tasting fees get waived once a month, and that's where it's dangerous, because then you're buying like a case of wine every 6 months, and you're just like, oh, do I need all this? No. Will I drink it? Yeah. And I'm not even a huge wine drinker. Like, I like wine, but I'm not like obsessed with it, you know. Okay, that's enough leaf breaking today. How much Minecraft would you play if you weren't a streamer? Definitely not this much. Good song. I love this song. I use it in videos a lot. I'm a white wine drinker. I like Sauv Blanc the most. There are some red wines I like, but they give me a headache sometimes, so I'm pretty picky. Favorite cocktail? I am a sucker for a good either Moscow Mule or a London Mule or a gin and tonic. This song is called Forest Trekking by Adriel Fair. I'll reload real quick. I actually can't do French wine. Something with the tannins that they use in there make me feel sick. Something about like the French wine process, at least for the reds. I do the whites, but a lot of the red wines from France make me feel nauseous. Vibe with the music. God, that thing's gonna look so damn good when it's done. Oh my god. I know what I need to do for it. I know every step of the way that needs to be done still, and we'll get there. I know, the music was loud. I was bumping it. Now y'all gonna be like, "Flip, turn this song up." Okay. So what I wanted to start working on a little bit more is the market, because I think the market kind of sucks. I'll be honest, it's not my best work. This stall in here, I want to redesign to something else. I don't know what yet, but I want to, right now it's like a weird tools shop, and it doesn't work at all. I think we need to like bring some shelving up over here a little bit more instead of just having the table. We need to fix that. The cake shop in here, it needs some love. These are all pretty bare bones. Maybe even some ladders, like even scaffolding back there can work. Candle shop, we need a lot more colors of candles in here and just stuff going on. Okay, so let's focus on the tool shop first. And let's go just look around and see what we can get for the tool shop. I'm thinking I want a grindstone. I want some scaffolding for sure. Let me see what we got in. Where's my... Yeah, so we got a grindstone. We can throw an anvil in there. I want some scaffolding because I think it's just a good decor block. Let's bring the chests with us. We'll bring the oak fences with us. Item frames, sure. Oh, that's what I had an idea. I thought of this last night. I need a granite wall. I need a flower pot, which I think we have. Yes, we have one in here. And then we also need a smoker. I think I have some, don't I? No, I guess I don't. Okay, so then that's 4 logs, right? And then a furnace. Yeah, perfect. Actually, we want a second granite wall. And from there, we want a hopper. I'm gonna bring a bunch of oak logs with me just for blocks to create stuff. Like, we're gonna need you. And then we're gonna need one of you. That should be a good start. Oh, scaffolding. Right, okay. I would love to get a bunch of campfires. I really need to get fisherman villagers set up. We might honestly make a fishing village soon and just fill it with fisherman villagers so I can get loads of campfires. And no, I'm not kidding. Will I do that purely for campfires? Yes, because I despise making them. I hate crafting campfires. I don't know why. I just feel like they're the biggest waste of materials. And I already had 8 in here. Nice. Cool. Perfect. They're just the biggest waste of materials ever, but they're so good. Campfires are so cool, but they're just such a waste. An absolute waste of every material ever. So we need those. We can turn them into some cyan candles. Heck yeah, my dude. You should use the blast furnace. But I wanted a smoker. What is the tree made out of? Tree. Okay, so what I wanted to do, kind of like we got a little wagon over there, is set up this homie right here. And we're going to do boop boop. Boop boop. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think it could be kind of fun. So we do that. And we got our smoker on the side on this, right? And then he's got a little smokestack out the back there. And then a second one right here. And then we're going to give him a little scaffolding right here with an item frame. Why? Why can't you put an item frame on top of scaffolding? Let's go put my candles down. Can't even get in there. Not time for a happy, impressive song about going on an adventure. Can't put my candles down. Like, you can use this as like a little like stacking thing. Why can't you do that? We can take him out of here. Do that. We put a few of them there. And then we'll do like another right there, and you can just have a third. Okay. That's sad. Big sad, everybody. Place the candles first. No, I want the item frames on the scaffolding. Yeah, you can place item frames on everything except scaffolding. But what I want to do is that and put a piece of bread there. So it's like a little bread cart. You can go get fresh cooked bread. Freshly baked. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. It's fine. Okay, now this guy. We're in the tool shop. And I think we need to redesign. Like, completely redesign. So I'm thinking we go like a grindstone right there if they want to sharpen anything. We'll do an anvil right over here in case they need to do any big stuff. This we're just gonna break away and do something like that. And then we can have like beehives right there at the base, kind of because they'll blend in with the oak. The ladder can just go in there. I'll just put it back in that corner. But this we can do item frame. Can't put it on scaffolding again. Forgot. Item frame, item frame, item frame. Do we have spruce trapdoors? No, we don't. Do we have spruce wood? We have spruce somethings. Is this all rooted dirt? No, it's not. Oh, I forgot about all these things. We put some sweet berries back in here. A little color pop. A little pop of color inside the plants. Armor stand for the blacksmith shop. Yeah, we could do that. Hold them right there. I'll glow icon. I'm gonna keep this last 2 on me just so we can always have some. I think I want to stay inside the flower shop that we had going on in the far corner, or just this one right over here. It needs more types of flowers, so we can do some of these guys. And then also, I need some spruce. I really need spruce trapdoors because I can't build without them apparently. No. Do we not have any on me? I don't have any spruce on me anywhere. So that's all stone. Wow. Wait. We might have some left over in this room. Oh, it's oak. I'll take the oak trapdoors into cauldrons though. Okay, let's go get some spruce. What time is it here? 11:30 a.m. Hanging plants. I'm thinking we come back and put a little bit of like the glow berries on top. I think I'm almost out of spruce. Am I? I am. Wow. Yeah. That ain't good. Just bring it all, I guess. I'm gonna have to go get some more here eventually, so might as well have it. How are the dogs today? They're being a little annoying buttheads today, to be honest. I took them on a walk this morning, and then I was so annoyed at them. Oh my lord. I was about ready to be like, if you don't stop, we're turning this car around and going home. They were, oh my god. I was having enough of them. Okay, so if we do this, we can create like an extra shelf right in there. Actually, that's not gonna work. Can we do like a shelf here? Yeah, kind of. And then we could do another flower pot up there with another of the dandelion, just because that gives them some extra, like, just stuff going on. Wait, what we could do here is that. Oh, you can't put bread on it, can you? Because you can't put. We'd have to put potatoes. I don't have potatoes on it. Okay. Where's the potato field? I just need 4 potatoes. Potatoes! Perfect. The big andesite trees. Would y'all want that on the second channel? That'd be a quick one. Yay! You can buy a potato, bake it there, and eat it. Perfect. Okay, next, glowberries. Eat our glowberries. I also need to go get a little iron. So that we can make some tools to put on display in the tool shop. Let me come over here and grab this real quick. Dude, iron farm is full. Wait, full. Oh god. How backed up are we? It's been making bone meal. Oh! Sorry, I'm really out of bone meal. I really needed bone meal. Oh, that's big news. Wait, I should take a stack of that. I need it. Dude, big pog. Big poggers. I need to turn all that iron into blocks. We'll have to do that before end of stream. Somebody remind me. Okay, so what I wanted to do over here was first put you back and get the shears. We put one of these like right in there. Maybe we make a glow to give some extra light in here. But this way we can make the shop feel just so much more full. That actually can't grow at all. But it just makes our little flower shop over here feel a lot more lush, right? There's just more, like those are kind of the hanging plants, right? We just didn't really have those before. So that can work. And then maybe we could put like, I want to break out of the molds that we have, kind of like have it almost hanging out of it or something. Only time someone has too much iron, it's a possibility. It doesn't happen often, but it is a thing. And then we can even do like inside the tool shop, maybe it's like a rare shard you could put on there or something. Put it on your tools. And then in here we want to do this. I got too much stiff. Make an iron axe. And then we can also make an iron pickaxe. And then outside of that, we can also do an iron hoe, because there's probably a bunch of farmers around here. So just a few little tools on display, I think is fine. Put that in the iron up there, why not? It's the lore decorations, yeah. Actually, do I have chains? Something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing. Yeah, dying cauldrons is only on bedrock. Feature parody my butt. Why don't we get a dying cauldrons? And then where were all those spruce trapdoors I made? Oh, right here. Perfect. Okay, so that's working. This little like food shop over here, I really don't like. I really don't like this one. This one, I was just like, what am I doing here? I don't know. So we can start those guys back in here. See, this is where I get kind of lost because I'm like, I don't know what the heck to do in here. You want like a scaffolding maybe in the corner? It just kind of keeps it short though, is the problem. Maybe the scaffolding can be up there also as like like racks that they could put some things on. Oh, and then we could just do no. That. And then we take the spruce trapdoors. It looks kind of like it's built into the rack, you know? A little bit. Cats, we've had enough. Yeah, that's starting to look a little better. Then we could put some food on there and things. Oak sapling. I could go get one. I like that idea. It's a good idea. Build a campsite, kind of like Red Redemption with tents, wagons, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we could. Not really in that right now. We're just kind of just detailing this space today. It's something that like I want to keep adding more to these. Like I need to come along here along the front. Like I hate this. Like how it's just open. We need to do something there. Whether it's like wagons along the edge of it, or even just some barrel spam. We gotta find something to do in there. Looking better. It's got a little something. Is there even a light in here? Oh, there's a lantern back there. Maybe this can be like a knife. Sure. This is like an impromptu candle and flower shop. So it can also have flower spam. Sure. We can just... Actually, I don't want that. I don't want mobs to be able to get on top. I guess they probably can everywhere else, so it's whatever. We're in thinking mode here. You do a building tips video? I've done a bunch on my channel in the past. If you haven't seen them, you can go check them out. Also got some chests that we aren't really using. Getting better. Here's this song. Very chill vibes. Okay. What are we thinking about the music today, by the way, chat? How are we feeling about it? Texture pack names, fWhip foliage upgrades. We could do like a double chest back there. Haha, sneaky, sneaky. Okay, these are starting to look better. Good music. It's good today. It's good. You hear those cats just meow in tandem? They're like, meh. Trying to think of what other type of market stalls could we throw in here. Also, this little like back area. Gives you a little walkway for some storage for the market peoples. You speak cat? Yeah, I'm trying. A beverage shop, a painting stall. Ooh, paintings actually. I like that. How do we make a painting again? Oh, it's wool and sticks. Yeah, let's make a little painting stand. Why not? Throw some entities in there. Put a fish market near the dock. I like that. I like a fish market near the dock. Yeah, that sounds good. What's a wool that I'll never use? Make a stack of paintings. You wanna know how we can make a stack of paintings? Just like that. Because I have so many sticks. It's ridiculous. That's the wrong side. Look at how many sticks I have. Those are leaves. Look at how many sticks I have. Painting. Painting. Cool. Well, this is a different vibe. Reminds me of the big Elden Ring trees. I have been playing a wee bit of Elden Ring. Well, Ollie, how you doing, bud? How you doing? Good to see you, Ollie. How's it going, my friend? So I'm thinking painting stand. We go boop, 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 boop. So they can have like this as like a little, maybe. Song is a vibe. It's a much different vibe than we had before, I can tell you. And maybe they have a little like box there where they're putting some stuff in. They got their little barrel. We got an item frame here where I need a one stick that can be their paintbrush. It is a just finished stream, now watching your stream. This song is called Something's Lurking in the Water. I got it off Epidemic Sounds. Something like that, maybe? Building intensifies. We're getting it. Hit the bells. Okay, so what we could do outside of this, maybe. No, that's blogging the path too much. Okay. Maybe I need a craft table somewhere, so maybe we just like hide one back here. Keep making new ones and hiding them all over the place. It's probably not healthy. That's fine. Okay, there's like a little rack of sorts. Then we get these. Yeah, I don't know what's on the rack, but stuff. Is this your main job? Yes. I do play the Minecrafts for a living. It's quite fun. Crime is that unlit campfire texture isn't vanilla. Dude, it's so good. So good. Iron shovel as a paintbrush. So usually what I use as a paintbrush is actually a lever. Oh, then this one. This is because like look at this. If we take this lever, like look at this being in the instead of the stick for the paintbrush. Isn't that perfect? It's got like a little gray paint on the end of it. I think we just do that. I think it's fine. We don't. We'll go get a piece of cobble real quick. I think I have some in here. Give it carpet on the scaffolding thing, like a. Ooh. We do have carpet. Some sand. For Scott. Bamboo. I like that. Banners. Little sand right here. Banners are, I always find a little interesting because I feel like they can cause a lot of lag. So I kind of tend to avoid them. But maybe. Do this as like some carpet there. It's like an invite to the shop. Also, it's light blue on the top, cyan down there. Yeah, whatever. Fine. Should you use an azalea plant at a flower pot in the flower stand? Yeah, we could do that. I'm also thinking we can throw some bamboo. Actually, in the candle shop. Let's put some bamboo. Yeah, because this we can put the azalea bush over here because that kind of makes more sense with it being. Sorry, words are difficult sometimes, you know. Still, words are difficult. Being like a mix match of a shop, maybe they sell bushes instead of flowers because they don't want to come into the flower territory. Texture pack is available to anybody who is a member. It is not for free. Member or Patreon supporter, but if you become a member, link in the description. Also, Patreon link in the description if you want to support there too. And then join the Discord, get all your stuff linked up, and you will find the ability to become a member. Or then you'll find the ability to download the texture pack after you've done all that. Thank you everybody for hanging today. I do appreciate it, folks. If y'all gotta run, no worries, no fret. It's good to have you here. It's been a good chill stream. We're doing the vibes. Good vibes today. What camera am I using? This is the Elgato stream camera thingy. I want to get a new one. I want to get I know Eggs. I don't know if you're still in here. I think you probably had to head off by now. But Eggs told me about a few cameras a while ago that he's been interested in and stuff like that. He's more of a camera person than me. Ooh, instead of the lever, because this will look like some blue paint. Some cyany paint. Yeah, there we go. Then we can put the lever back. But I would love to get like an actual camera that like is something that moves around, like a Sony something or another. Music is so sad. It's just chill vibes. We can skip. We're trying out. It's okay to, just because it's slow, it doesn't mean it's sad. It's okay to, it's something can be emotional without being sad. It's true. It's true. It's the truth. You love cameras? Nice. I want to learn more about them because I want to get some better camera stuff. But I just haven't had the time. I don't know. Ollie, if you're still in here, are you a big camera buff? I feel like you would be. Sure. That is it cake or not cake? The world may never know. The texture pack does not work on Bedrock Edition. No, it's for Java Edition only. Oh, we had levers in here. Nice. We need those in there. I need to get my glow berries back here somehow. That's because I put a stack of cyan dye in there randomly. Somehow I did that. Be the cake topper. You can make a candle and put on a cake. I forgot. Forgot you can put a candle on a cake. This one. No. Yeah, my old building with fWhip texture pack, it's super out of date, but I left it up on CurseForge. It's still there for anybody who wants that one. It is not nearly as up to date as this one, though. Yeah, I don't even guarantee it works on the latest versions. Okay, so hear me out here. Hear me out here. Spore Blossom. I want to use small drip leaf like everywhere, but I know it's just so difficult to get that I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. We got our 3-axle autos right there. They're pretty cool. Actually, I want to take all this rooted dirt. I don't know how I expected to put all that in my inventory. And I want to move it back up to the storage room. Yeah, this pack is all foliage themed. I'm not planning to do a texture pack in the future that alters blocks in the game. The only one I've considered is scaffolding, just because I think it could be a little bit less vibrant and still work and kind of fit the same idea still, but I haven't taken any action on that yet. There's a way to control the radius of spore blossom particles. If you want more, you just keep adding more spore blossoms. Nope, the giant tree mountain is still work in progress. It's coming out eventually. I'm hoping to have it up next weekend. I'm hoping to have it. I gotta leaf it. I still gotta leaf everything on it. Speaking of which, free leaves for the chest. Free leaves for the chest. Dude, we made a lot of good progress on the leaf collection today. Look at that. We got 1, 2, 3. And that's all flowering. That's more flowering in there too. Will Afterlife be next? Afterlife is coming out tomorrow. Music's loud. I can barely hear the music on my side. I think it's because I turned this down. A lot of leaves. I don't even think it's enough. Yeah, hardcore video is going to be next Saturday, most likely. I was going to originally try and get it done by this weekend, but MCC is happening, and I've made the mistake of releasing a video on the same day as MCC in the past, and I will never do that again. So I'll be live this Saturday for MCC here on this channel. So if you haven't watched MCC before, then there's that. Why do you sound different in live streams than in videos? I'm more relaxed on live streams. Not enunciating or being as loud on a live stream as I am in a video. Just chilling. So I don't do any audio editing. It's just how I talk. A little different. Ah, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. How do we use your current texture pack? Become a member. In before. Why do I have to pay? Because you're gonna support me. Yeah.
Pleased to meet you.
Okay, so we got this right here. I think we do like a little stand. No, we want to bring it forward. Angelique, thanks so much for becoming a member. I do appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Where'd all those oak fences go? There they are. Okay, so if we go barrel, BB, barrel, this, and then I think I want to do like a this, and then like a that. No, let's just do the 3. Let's just do the 3. What do we want to use for the roof? Some smooth red sandstone? Yeah, why not? Give it a little pop. Why could I not place that block? And we got Jordan with the dono.
Make a honey stander.
Yeah, maybe. Steven, thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. A honey stand could work. I don't really have honey bottles, though, is the problem. Okay. I need 1 smooth red sandstone stair. That pains me. Okay. Back up the hill we go. You record as you play on videos? Yeah, I basically, if I'm logged into this world, that's recording. Because I would absolutely hate to die off camera. Especially like after what happened to Sausage, like you just never expect that to happen. And then one day it's just bloop. What? Bring some pickles. Do we have any fish? We do have fish. Oh, we could put the fish on a campfire. We bring 4 of these too. We'll do 3 campfires. Smooth red sandstone, smooth red sandstone. Please. I mean, at least if anything, we die off camera. Like, I have replay mod running all the time, so there is the ability to get it. It would just be a much less fun way of showing off the death. Not that it's fun regardless, but like, there'd be no reaction. It would all be a voiceover after the fact, which would suck. It's a sneaky furnace.
Pleased to meet you.
Sneaky. Dude, I do need to get a storage room built up here soon. You right. I don't deny that one at all. Wait, I didn't need this. I could have just done that. That sucks. We're going to use it right here. So we can put that back in. Where are my campfires? Where'd they go? Did I use them all? No. The heck? Did I use all my campfires? Minecraft should get VoIP. I mean, you can get it through this. There's a voice chat mod that we use on Empires and Afterlife and all that allows you to have proximity voice. 11 in the chest. Colorblind, y'all. Colorblind.
Thank you kindly.
Look at that posture. Hot face.
Harry, thank you for the dono. Also, if I didn't say it, Thomas, thank you so much for becoming a member, my dude. I appreciate that. Iron Box, yeah, thank you, thank you. I think literally something like that for a fish stand. I'm kind of digging it. I would like a sign though. Maybe we can just make a sign real quick. Oak sign. Oak sign. Fishies for sale. Get your fishies here. Maybe a little bit of oak log there. I'm just trying to break it up. There's too much consistency up here. Can I make it glow? Oh, it does need a lantern. I have one of those. I know for a fact I have them. I don't want to put my carrots in there. I also know that. Aha! Oh, that's perfect! I like. I meant to give it some sea pickles too. I don't really have a place to put sea pickles. There we go. That'll work. You can just have two. Yeah, just little random stuff like this around the world is like what we need. I didn't have enough of this type of stuff going on. But also like right here, I think we just need to do something like this. I need to get a craft table right in here. Just like random stuff. We just need more life happening around here. This was just too clean, especially since we removed the shulker box mess back here. Maybe that's what we work on. We just set this up as being like a functional storage room. Where's the craft table? There's one. Literally just stuff like that, I think, is all we really need in this area. Like, showing... The goal is to show life is happening. Like, we're trying to create movement, or trying to create life inside of this area without bringing villagers in. Which is a lot harder than you might think. Have you watched Arcane? I just finished it a little while ago, and it was fantastic. I had put off watching it for so long just because I was like, nah. And then I watched it, and I was like, why didn't I watch this sooner? What am I doing? Add some green. Yeah, we could do some green, or we could do like some glow lichen almost. Maybe some of these. We can do some little guys with bamboo. Maybe one of you. Oh, we already have a bunch of those out here. Never mind. Like this, we could have the bamboo. I do like the ow. But then, like, also along the dock, we need barrel spam. We need barrels. Barrels to blot out the sky. Barrels. Barrels as far as the eye can see. So, like, something like... I kind of like this. That's just enough up here. But then even just, like, random stuff down here that's like bam, bam, bam. And then like just random ones. Just disrupting the flow. Because right now it's just empty, right? I would love if there's a way to make like a net without it being cobweb. Because cobwebs are so bright. Respect the dirt. Always more dirt. When in doubt, add dirt. We could even put like a little cart down here too. So I could go get a cauldron and a fence gate real quick from this spot. Have you hiked in the Cascades? Many, many times in my life. I love the Cascades. It's been a few years since I went like true hiking, but I grew up hiking all the time. I think my favorite hike I've ever done in the Cascades is more Eastern Washington than the Cascades, but it still applies, would be Lake Ingalls. If you haven't done that, do that on a hot day in the summer, and it is amazing. It's so good. You hike up a valley that goes, so you park at the base of the valley and you hike up the middle of it, and you cross over these streams and creek beds and rivers and things constantly all the way up to the top to where you get to a glacial lake, like way up in the middle of nowhere. And like while you're up there, you're passing by mountain lion. Like we saw some mountain lions one time when we were on there, just like chilling up on a cliff, and then like mountain goats everywhere. There's just goats all over the place that are looking at you like, what the heck are you doing up here? I live here. Why are you here? And it's breathtaking. It looks like basically Skyrim was inspired by that landscape up there. It's beautiful. Do you paint your floor in my room? No, that's carpet. We are eventually going to replace the carpet in here, but we haven't yet. Boat rental stand built into the wall down at the docks. Yeah. We could do something. We could put. Do have a bunch of random boats around. We could stack them up somewhere. Got any fish in here? I do. Haha. Take 4 and 4. Actually, now we'll go get the oak boats. I got oak boats. Enchant your items. They're all enchanted. It's a texture pack, my friend. I think I've survived 1100 days in hardcore Minecraft without enchanted tools. I really appreciate you think I'm that good at the game. Everything's enchanted. It's all enchanted. How come you never make roads out of stone or cobblestone? Once we get into the city, we will. But like, if you're making a road in the middle of the wilderness to connect towns in like the fantasy world that I've kind of decided this is in, nobody's gonna spend the time to place stones down on the road. Like, that's just not worth the effort when you can eventually just keep having carts moving around it and it'll all just be dirt because nothing will grow, which is kind of why this is still dirt. I mean, for the market stall, they tried adding some stones and things in there, but it gets dirty, so the dirt keeps going in. And it's being dirty. But in the future, maybe. Okay, so for those boat stacking thing, we can maybe do those. This will give us a good amount of height. Maybe we do that like right here. Because don't you just do like this? And then you do like a oak boat. Isn't this how you do it? I don't know. I've never done it before. I think we might run into an issue up here though. Is it the straightest of stacks? No. Oh no. Oh god, no. Nailed it. Oh, it moved. The bottom pole. No. Nah. Is that a Hermitcraft reference? No. Before you go off, chat, no. Is this part of his super secret application to get on a
Thank you
Hermitcraft?
kindly.
No. Ari, thanks so much for the dono. I appreciate that. Streetlights are a good way to bring life to an empty
Streetlights are a
street.
good way to bring life to an empty space as well. Found the better way to donate.
Hey,
by
I
the way,
appreciate
lol.
that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't really want to do too many streetlights because I feel like that brings a certain level of civilization. It does bring life, but it also brings a certain level of civilization on top of what you've been doing or what you kind of have going on. I don't really want that here. This is meant to be like a smaller fishing village. Like it's not supposed to be super advanced. Like they got lanterns off the buildings and things like that. So it's not like ancient, but it doesn't need to be too crazy. I do want to, oh wow. I do want to find a way to like do something in here. The last thing I think we do for now, because it's getting pretty late, is I want to build like a little well, like a little 2x2 well right over there. So for that, we're gonna need a little deep slate, which I think I've got everything in there. Jules, thanks so much for the donut. I really do appreciate that. Hi. Hello. How you doing? Thank you so very much for all the support today, folks. I really do appreciate it. Y'all are amazing. Gonna make a little flip crop. I really do appreciate it, though. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so we do this. We need that. We need that. Perfect. We also need one of you. There, we need all of these. And we need to get actually this guy down, and there should be some deep slate something. Maybe we do. Actually, stone bricks themselves might work because we already have some deep slate in that area, so this might give that pop we want. By the way, did you all see the new name on the axe? It's pretty great. It's a pretty great name. It's a good name. Look at these tools. Look at the names of these tools. They're fantastic. Okay, done. Also, big shout out to Thomas for this design here. I use it in every series ever. Well. What do you think about the U-turn thing Lizzie and Joel are judges on? I'm interested to see where it goes. Oh no. Did I really not layer this at all? Is this really just like one deep? I really did that, didn't I? I did that to myself, huh? I could have sworn that I had turned all this stuff into... I could have sworn this was all source blocks. Whoopsies! You never saw anything. You saw nothing, chat. Something behind me? Oh my god, chat, I gotta show y'all. Oh, before we... Yeah, big interruption. Look at this cool thing I bought at an art show this weekend. I love it. Look at this. I posted a picture on Twitter a while ago, but look at how cute this is. Look at it. Look at it. It's beautiful. There's Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian Lego sitting in a canoe. Look at it. It's amazing. Ad time. Was there an ad playing? Is there really an ad? It's so good. It's on like a block of wood. It's a photo. And then there's like a good amount of like, you can kind of see it there. It's got like some depth to it. But like there's a good like 3D feel to it. I love it. It's gonna go right where the play button is right now once I get that moved over and put on the wall. But I had to show y'all. It's great. So for now, out of sadness of not having the gold play button yet, it's covering up the silver one. It's a Yoda, babito. It's a baby Yoda. I know there's a creeper back there, but there's a cat. You see the little... There. The cat. The cat's protecting us. It's scaring the 2 creepers away. We build things like this and introduce villagers. What's the best way to stop them from linking to the barrels? Link them to something else? That's the only way. Okay. Cool. It'll work. Look at that. It's a little well. Now they got a little something here in the middle that's not just like another wagon or more barrels. Barrel. Actually, the other thing we can do here real quick. Place this guy down. I used to do this a lot. I don't really do it all that much anymore. Actually, I didn't want those. I wanted these. And then I actually wanted these. But taking the time, actually we can use those. Taking the time to create like a storage, something. So all you gotta do is something like this. And then like that. And you take the 2 doors and put it in the front. Actually, no, it needs to be wider. It's not gonna work in here, is it? I guess it could. But then typically what I do is like surround them. And then you do like a little tippy top. One, it's kind of an accessible storage, right? But 2, from the front, it looks like you can kind of open it. I like it. I think it's cool. Why not bring nitwits? Dude, if you want to take the time to breed only nitwits and cycle those out of everything, be my guest. I don't think I'm ever going to do that. That sounds awful. You could, though. You could. That would make it so they don't pick up any profession. Have you seen Over the Garden Wall as some cool building styles? I don't think I have. Do not think I have. Y'all, after this next video's done, we're gonna need a stream where literally all we do is fix my inventory. This is getting so bad. A village of green shirts. There you go. I always keep my water bucket full just in case the worst happens. I need an emergency water. Congrats on 1 mil. 1 mil! 1 mil! I actually haven't even looked at the number yet today. I don't even know where we're at for this stream. But what I do know, we got iron blockies. I really want to know how far backed up it is. We're easily going to fill up that entire chest. Put this down. Put you down. Put that down. Open up as much space as possible. Bionic Man, thank you so very much, my dude. I appreciate that. Thank you for the dono.
Thank you kindly.
Congrats on 1 million subs, good sir, and I'm sorry IWASNT here for that stream. I must say I am sad cause Sausage lost his world, but you're still here.
We still rocking. We still rocking. Sausage sent me a message before his video went live, that says that all it said was so ... and then that was it. And I was like, you died, didn't you? You died in hardcore. And he was like, yeah. I was like, what killed you? He's like, oh, it was this. He's like, I didn't even see it coming. And he just sent me a screenshot of the death screen. I was just like, how did you manage that? Like, would you manage that? And he hadn't even went to look at the replay footage yet. So he was like, I don't know. I think it glitched. I think it glitched out. I don't know what happened. Then he finally went and found the replay footage of it happening. It's like, oh, buddy, that sucks. But just the message of so... It's like either you died on Afterlife or you died in hardcore. I don't know which it was. It's like, which was it? I was laughing. Go check out his video if you haven't, though. I don't want no spoilers on how it happened in chat here, please, friends, just for the sake of people actually going to watch Sausage's video. But if you want to see how the man survived 700 days in hardcore Minecraft and it all came to an end, he's got a video out.
Thank you kindly.
Build a wood plane above the village, bring it to life.
You could build a wooden plane above the village to bring it to life.
I've done a few planes in the past just for like having something in a world, but I always feel kind of like weird about doing any planes or things. Just, I don't know. I haven't decided if that fits into the medieval fantasy vibe that I go for, you know? So I feel like there's a definite style that I have that's more fantasy creatures and stuff. But I also love the idea of like the World of Warcraft fantasy, where like the gnomes in World of Warcraft are great engineers. They have little planes that they fly around on and everything like that. And I like that. I think that's a cool aspect, but I don't know how we're going to do it, how we're going to fit too much of that in. But like down the road, it's definitely a possibility to do stuff along those lines. We have so much iron. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. I think we're finally emptying it out. There's so much backlog. There's so much. How? How is there still more? How? I do want to bring in some airships. Airships for sure. So I guess planes would happen in there too. Yeah, kind of arcane-like a little bit. I'm happy you killed Scott. It was a nice. It felt good. It felt real good. It felt real good to put the vampire down. How? There's still another 5 stacks in here. Dude. Dude. Wait, he killed Scott? I mean, Scott did steal from the Dragon Cave. I mean, no, what? My video will be out tomorrow. I'm taking all this, but actually, I'm going to come grab that in a video. Yeah, Scott plays a villain well. Playing to cover the copper farm. So my plan to cover the copper farm right now. This is a loose plan, is to make a mini version of that over here. Your iron farm is crazy effective. So the iron farm is so good because it's in spawn chunks. So if I'm literally in this world, in the overworld, it's working. Which unfortunately I found out this cactus farmer built.
Sausage, but his reaction was so funny at the same time.
Wait, is my
also I'm sorry if I spoiled things, but to be fair, the thumbnail and Mr. Destructoid is a giveaway.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, my stuff got turned off. I don't think I used that one, do I? Oh, I'll turn on. What do you recommend for editing? I use Adobe Premiere. There we go. That's looking much better. Yeah, this thing, cactus doesn't grow in spawn chunks. A player has to be within 120 blocks of cactus for it to grow. So my plan to make the ultimate Omega bone meal farm of cactus has given me 37 cactus in total. There's a stack of cactus in there. All right, chat. I think that's going to do it for today because I am hungry and I want to go get some lunch. And it's been 2.5 hours. We've been going for a long time. So thank y'all so very much for hanging out today. But that is it. And that is it for today's streamy stream. I do appreciate it. Thank you everybody so much. All the new members. We got 5 new members today and a good amount of actually re-members as well. So thank you everybody so very much. I really do appreciate it. Sub count ended today at 1,005,463. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost, it's almost not going to say 1 million. It's almost going to say 1.01 million. We're halfway there and the number is going to keep going up. It's fantastic. Next stream, Saturday. I'll be live on Saturday for Minecraft Championships. We are teamed up with Joel, Fruit Berries, and Rendog. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a super fun stream. I'll be streaming here. And it should be really, really fun. But thank you everybody so very much for hanging today. I really do appreciate it. But with that, my friends, I'm out of here for now. So peace out and goodbye.